Hey everyone, what's up? Are you guys ready to move? Today we're going to do a mobility routine, lower body focus. So let's go ahead and get started. Go ahead and reach your fingertips to your shoulders. We're going to make big circles, elbows out and around. Imagine that those elbows are drawing giant circles and really rotate those shoulders. We're going to hold here. Now we're going to reverse the direction. We have to do both directions here to get a really good range of motion. Open up the shoulder blades in the back, chest out and proud, keep breathing. Little bit of shoulder work this morning, go ahead and shake that off. We're gonna bring those fingertips back to the shoulders, bring the forearms or the elbows together, and then pull them apart. Bring those shoulder blades down and back together like you're squeezing something in between them. Tap them together and pull them apart. So we're gonna keep going through this motion, really open that chest. I'm going to show you guys from the side because I want you to really round your spine, kind of tuck everything in, and then pull back, open up. Even bring those forearms together if you prefer, rather than the elbows. Really focusing on pinching those shoulder blades together. Go ahead and shake that out. We're going to do some one-sided shoulder rolls here. Go ahead and find your own rhythm. After this, we're going to reverse the direction, of course. Here, we're going to warm up the torso, so reaching from side to side. Go ahead and keep that core nice and tight so we can protect the back, but rotating around from side to side, warming all of that center up. Meet me up here for some windmills. Bring those arms out in front. We're going to go all the way around one at a time, nice and slow. If you have shoulder problems or this bothers you, feel free to do small shoulder shrugs, frontwards and backwards, as we are going to do both directions so that we can get mobility in both directions. Go ahead and switch when you're ready. Rotating front and forward, keeping those hips forward. Hands, as they go around, the eyes can follow them. Just keep those hips forward. Okay, hands back on the shoulders. We're going to reach up and reach down. Really pull those shoulder blades together, squeeze. If you want to make a fist as you come down, it'll help squeeze those shoulder blades together and really focus in on the back muscles here as we open and we close. As we pull, as we push. How them shoulders feeling? We're almost there. Another good one here, shake it out. Okay, now we are going to do a couple more arm circles, this time opening all the way from side to side, not just the shoulder shrug. If this does not bother your shoulders, of course. Otherwise, stick with the shoulder shrugs from before. Both directions here, go ahead and reverse that windmill. Side to side, nice and easy. Now reach all the way through. This is a side body stretch. To the other side when you're ready. We're going to alternate here, back and forth. Give me one more good one. Arms overhead. This is one of my favorite stretches. You're going to grab the wrist and pull all the way through. Okay, if you want to make this a little bit more intense, you can cross the foot behind the other. We're going to start here, grabbing and pulling the wrist through from either side. Pull through. You should feel a huge stretch in the side body. Working here on the center, mobility of our torso, we're going to rotate side to side. Go ahead and engage the core, keep those hips forward, nice and straight. Everything is aligned. Go ahead and rotate side to side as far as you can. And when you want to progress, open up that hand. See if you can rotate a little bit further. If not, stay where you were before and focus on isolating that rotational movement. The awesome thing is as you move through movements like this, you'll feel your mobility start to increase and the range of motion as well. You become more flexible, you become less tight. So the more you do this, the better it's going to feel. It might feel tight and tense right now. Maybe you don't have much movement. Rotations here, nice work. And then meet me with your fingertips up and over from side to side, really focusing on reaching through the side body. Moving into the same movement as before, this time just a little bit different without pulling the wrists through. Focusing on isolating the movement, reaching through the fingertips, keeping the core engaged, and breathing. Go ahead and shake that out. Thank you, upper body. Awesome work. Go ahead and stagger your stance as we move into the lower body. Hips are forward facing and aligned. You're going to tuck that pelvis up and under. Squeeze your belly button like you have a belt and really squeeze like you're locking it in place. And you're going to keep it tight like that by clenching, squeezing, using and engaging the butt, the glute. Okay, so go ahead and if you want to progress this movement, hands can come overhead, but do not let the back curve Everything is tucked in alignment, and the butt cheek, the glute, is squeezed and engaged. Go ahead and switch sides. Go ahead and lower, tuck, squeeze, stretch. You're going to feel a wicked stretch in the front hip flexor if you're doing all the form right. Keep breathing, keep engaging the glutes all the way to the end. Last one here. Go ahead and come up, shake that out side to side. We're going to press those hips back, put the weight into the heels. Nice and small movement to start here, but stretch for the inner thighs, and it's always a good one to get started with when it comes to legs. If you want to lean back a little bit, you can bring those arms out front and center, leaning from side to side. You can pulse it a little bit, find some movement within your movement, whatever feels good. We're getting our body nice and stretched and warmed up, so go ahead and move however feels good for you. Deepening the stretch, go ahead and push away like you're trying to reach for a wall. Shake that off. Legs, we're going to keep working. Go ahead and come down into a sumo squat. Toes pointing outwards. And if you want to just hang out here, that's totally fine. If this is too low, you can even stay higher. If you want it to become more intense, place those elbows or those forearms on the inner part of your knees. Press out and then lift those hips to the sky. When you're ready, lower those hips back down to the floor, either elbows pressing out or just kind of hanging out here, moving around. And when you're ready, inhale, exhale, get ready and lift those hips back up to the ceiling, back up to the sky. You can move from side to side and back down into our sumo squat. Find some movement, wiggle around, making sure the feet and the heels are firmly placed on the floor, but feeling free to move at your own pace. Up and down, sumo squat, and into the hips raised to the ceiling. We're going to get one more good one here. Wiggle around. Bring those hips back up to the ceiling. Nice work. Last movement of the day is for the hammies, the hamstrings. So go ahead and lift those toes up to the ceiling, point them up, and then you're just going to hinge. It's not a bend. You're going to keep the knee slightly bent, but not too bent like we're squatting. Okay, we want to have a soft knee. We're not locking it out. And we're just going to hinge and we're going to pulse. Or you can stay stagnant. But I think pulsing is nice because it's a little bit more movement within the movement. You can feel the hamstring, kind of loosen it up gradually instead of just bending and snapping it. We don't want to do that. We want to be gentle with our bodies. We want to be thankful for the movement that our bodies give us. So alternating from side to side, lift those toes to the ceiling. Pulsing here, make sure you're breathing. It should be a really nice hamstring stretch. Maybe this time you go a little bit lower. Maybe you reach for the shin. Maybe you reach for the ankle or the toes. Awesome work, you guys. Great job. One more pulse here. Come up, shake it out. Inhale, exhale. We worked shoulders, torso, lower body. I hope you feel a little bit more loose and less tight. This has been a Move with Intention, Move with Lacey class. Thank you so much for joining me and see you soon.